Well, she sneaks around the world from India to Carolina. She's a sticky-fingered filcher from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you for a ride on a slow boat to China. Tell me, where in the world is
this place? It's taken me a long time to get to episode 2 of season 2 of Where in the World is Misplaced, but I'm finally doing it. Finally here recording. And today I am not in a country, I'm not in a state, I'm not in a city. I'm actually in a park, and it's not just any park. It is a huge, ginormous park. This park is so big that if you took the states of Delaware and Rhode Island and put them together, you would get about the size of this one park. It is 3,472 square miles. It goes through 3 different states, the states of Wyoming, Idaho, and Montana. Now that's a really big park. This park isn't just huge, it is also really old. It is not only the first national park that was ever founded in the United States, it is the first national park that was founded in all of North America. It was March 1st, 1872, that Ulysses S. Grant signed the bill that made this into a national park. Since this is such a big park, as you can imagine, there are tons and tons of hiking trails for you to explore. In fact, there are over 1,000 miles of hiking trails. And on those trails, you can see the most species of mammals that you could see anywhere in the lower 48 states. Everything from bighorn sheep to bison, to moose, to mountain goats, to white-tailed deer, and some that we would like to call predators because they could hurt you, like black bears and coyotes and grizzly bears and wolves and even mountain lions. And if you don't like the mammals, we also got some birds. In fact, there are 285 different species of birds. I'm not a fan of the birds, but if you like birds, you got 280 species of birds. No, 285 species of birds that you can see. In this park, there are over 10,000 hydrothermal features. Now, hydrothermal, I have to admit, I had to look up exactly what it was. It's when there is water that builds up pressure in the Earth's crust. And you might have heard of things such as geysers or hot springs or mud pots. I hadn't heard of mud pots either. Or this other thing called a fumarole. Fumarole is a fun word for when there's steam coming out of the earth. That's a fumarole. Anyway, in this park, there are 10,000, more than 10,000 of these features for you to be able to explore. One of the hydrothermal features I had mentioned was the geyser. And this park has something like 500 active geysers. Now, the most famous geyser in this park is something called Old Faithful, and they named it that because it was so predictable that you would know when to show up to see it go off. But unfortunately, you can't even count on Old Faithful anymore because now it's very unpredictable. It goes off something like 17 times a day, but it might and it might not because it's not really predictable. And it could go off for, let's say, 90 seconds, or it could go off for 5 minutes. So if you're visiting this park, you'll have to devote a little more time to waiting around by Old Faithful. There are a lot of different hot springs you can find in this park. Unfortunately, some of them are not safe for people to touch, and you have to be super careful. They have all these big signs up if it's very dangerous because it is hot and acidic. And if you have heat plus acid and you put it together, apparently, if you fall into one of these hot springs, your entire body, bones and all, can dissolve in 24 hours. In fact, in 2016, someone got too close to one of these hot springs, fell in, and within 24 hours, there wasn't anything left. So the moral of the story is to be very careful what hot springs you go near. Now, back in the olden days, not only could you get killed by falling into a super hot spring, but one of the most exciting events that they had was something where people would pay to go and watch the grizzly bears eat the park's garbage. That's quite a show, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I would pay money to go see bears eat garbage, but it was such a popular event that they had like bleachers and they built like a little mini stadium so you could just go and see bears eating garbage. Luckily, this ended in World War II because now, you're not really supposed to disturb the bears. And yeah, the bears shouldn't really eat your garbage. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. Now, here in Rhode Island, if you get stuck in a traffic jam, it's usually caused by A, an accident, or B, everyone trying to get to the beach on a beautiful summer day. In this park, however, they have something called a bison jam because there are so many bison and the bison go all over the road and you can't get through in your car. So you could be stuck for hours waiting for the bison to clear the road. And apparently they don't really care if you honk your car's horn at them. This is the only place in the United States that bison have been living since prehistoric times. So prehistoric, we're talking like dinosaur times. These bison have lasted since then in this park, and now they are causing bison jams. As you can see behind me right now, this is a great park to come to if you want to see a lot of waterfalls. In fact, there are 290 waterfalls that you can visit in this park. Another unique feature you will find in this park is called a caldera. It is a huge giant depression caused by an eruption of a volcano. The volcano erupts and then it collapses. This caldera is 35 by 45 miles in size, and this is caused by an eruption that happened 640,000 years ago. Just so you know, I wasn't there 640,000 years ago. So we've reached the end of our show today. I got 3 questions for you, just like always. Question number 1, what park am I visiting today? Question 2, can you name another national park located in the United States? And question 3, is there a national park, not state park, not local park, but a national park located in the state of Rhode Island? If you know the answers, have your teacher email me, have a responsible student email me. I will be choosing one class from the winning responses to win a Higgins prize pack. So get out there, explore our country, explore our world, and I'll see you next time on Where in the World is This Place?